Okay, cool. This is going. Burp, 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 test, test. Chat room, you guys are all comfy and good, I hope.
Chat room's an avatar of sin.
Sounds like it. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, one and all, to There Will Be Dungeons, the show where we play D&D, and we do it for your entertainment. That's right. It's me, Scott, Bo, John, and Kyle and Kristen, and little baby Chunks. I'm Scott Johnson, and I'm about to hand the mic over to Kristen Ashton, who will then catch us up on what happened last time on Twbd.
Last time on There Will Be Dungeons, they dreamed damaging dreams. Nash first felt the fecal fury in his light and ran to relieve his rectum in a close-by closet. Stanley and Varel next noticed the nasty nausea, though they paused their poos. Hope, however, hinted at nothing more than nice nocturnes. A trauma was taking the tower, and the now bedridden battle matron beckoned them. This was not natural. Someone or something had admitted an affliction, a pestilence from a previous period. Hope cited the spell that had summoned her to the tower. But furious at the foul fumes, the commander demanded her death, but Stanley delayed the decree long enough for them to attempt to alleviate the ailment. To try to trace a fast fix, they convened with the current cleric, also bound to bed. He told the tale of tieflings who made their malice into a malady to win a war. He had collected the cure, jotted it down in his journal, which was now lost to the library. Find that, and the curse would be contained. So down they dove, discovering a deserted domain of dictionaries and ominous obsidian orbs. As they looked for the ledger, a crazy man burst from a black bubble. He rambled and raved, then wriggled, eventually exploding into one more black ball besetting the basement. Tired of tarrying while watching her friend slowly succumb to the sickness, Hope stepped into a sphere. The ink was impenetrable, but not notes. The whispers were worrying. Patience. Desperately, she darted through more darkness toward other tomes, finally finding the folio. Stanley and Hope tested it to no notes, so she sent the 3 back to the barracks as she remained, ransacking reprints in case she missed a manuscript. Fast to the father they flew, only to realize he couldn't read the Celestial, but he did know who could. And so they called for Walnut. Now rejoin our heroes as they contest to cure the curse. Will the spell of the journal jive? Will Hope practice patience? And will Walnut swiftly swagger? Stay tuned for today's adventure through the high heights and singular sights of the Outlands.
All right, thus endeth the intro. Bo, it's on you.
Chicken chopped, tomatoes sliced, celery cut into small pieces, liquid obtained, water, a bit of mead too, chicken, tomato, celery, parsley, put on a wooden plank of some kind held in Varel's hand. I don't know what we call those things. The thing, chopping board.
Oh, yeah.
With a handle on it.
Yeah.
Knife hits the chopping board. Pushes all of the ingredients into the pot. Lid goes on the pot. Gregor looks at Varel. Smiles. Winks. Then the two sit down. Varel, during the time that the broth is boiling away, would you sit with the work or would you leave?
I'd stay with the work.
An hour passes. Gregor and Varel begin in conversation, but soon it ebbs in silence. Ebbs away into silence as everyone waits with bated breath. The relief from the curse that permeates the White Tower. After an hour goes by, Varel, you're in the kitchen of the White Tower. Gregor is sitting opposite you on a chair, and the lid has been bubbling over for some time. By your best estimate, an hour has gone by. And Gregor looks to you and goes, with his eyes, motioning to the pot. It's not very long for soup. But considering the urgency, I think this ought to count. An hour should do it.
Very good. We must unleash the soup upon the ailed.
Very good. Can you go and tell whoever is alive to be told?
walk out of the kitchen area and yell downward, "The broth is done! You may commence your ritual."
And there's a mess hall in the next room that you walk into, and you see Hope, Nash Maggard of the Fecal Fury, and Stanley Billings sitting at a table. The three of you hear Varel yell this out.
Did we find Walnut in that hour? Because we were looking for him.
Yes, you did find Walnut. Walnut is sitting at the table quietly reading a little book, preparing. He seemed very nervous upon the request, but of course accepted.
All right, well, we got the broth. Walnut, are you prepared for this?
No.
Well, that's not very reassuring in the confidence department.
It's just I haven't done anything so big. I'm but a mere apprentice.
Walnut, great men are forged on singular moments where they rise up to the occasion and overcome all the trials. I think you stand on the precipice of one such moment.
Look, I have a lot of doubt in my heart. I haven't been fully accepted by Euphemius, but I've prepared a phonetic translation of the passage. I think maybe you could do it.
All right. Sure.
You seem good with words, and this would require some proper pronunciation. Or he slips you a piece of parchment across the table. It's open for all to see. It's not secret information. I will be sending you a message shortly, John.
Okay.
With the words upon it.
All right, I
in
take
Slack
them.
Privately.
Oh, okay. Let me get that pulled up here.
I mean, I'll give it my best, but I don't know if this is the kind of thing I can do.
All right. Well, I can definitely give it a try. We can see if it works. Where's Hope with the full instructions?
Does Hope have the full instructions? She's sitting at the table with you. The three of you are sitting at the table.
All right, I review the book just to make sure the notes, just to make sure I have all the steps correct.
Okay, so you take a full review of what's listed in this journal. The first is to caress somebody, like take them in your arms and sort of rock them, like you're rock the boating them, like you'd hold a baby. And then you have to say the magical incantation or chant, whatever these words are of power. And lastly, as you're saying the words, the broth must be poured.
All right, well, who would like to be the guinea pig for this little test?
I'll do it. Nash raises his hand.
Does anybody else want to be the guinea pig?
My little hand goes off my neck and says, I'll do it. I'll say again, and I'll have the hand doing this.
Walnut, do you want to be the first one to have this tested on?
Oh, I'm sure I would, but I think we should start with the Knight Commander. That's the most important one, right? Got to get the leader up and running.
All right, let's gather everything. We can go to her chambers. Get it ready.
Okay. Varel, any thoughts about how to transport your broth?
I guess I will go back to the kitchen, grab the mittens if available, and move the broth.
All right. Any apron or?
Can I just ask for my own curiosity? Do the mittens fit on Varel's hands, or does he just have them attached to a couple fingers?
A couple fingers. It's a couple fingers.
That's awesome. I love it.
All right. You return with the pot of soup, Varel, and the procession makes their way out back through the hallways of the tower to the main stairwell. Then behind, in the area on the 5th floor of the tower, where the officers' quarters are. You walk down to the end of a hall. There are 2 knights standing in front of the door. Walnut looks at them and says, "Please let us through. We have a solution." And you hear a yell from behind, "Let them through!" And the guards step aside. One of them opens the door, walks into the room. And the 5 of you, actually 6, Gregor comes along too. The 6 of you enter Paladin Elantris's private quarters. You see her orange, there's just like, she's not wearing her armor. The armor is hung to the right of her bed. There's a table stand with candlelight, they're candles. She's lying in bed. The sheets are white and pristine. Her orange hair, very long and undone now, just flows all over the pillows. And her eyes look sunken in. She's very sickly lying in the bed, breathing very heavily.
Knight Commander, I believe we may have a cure. We were hoping to test it on you.
She goes to speak, but she sort of chokes on and coughs on like phlegm or something. But she nods.
All right, bring the broth. I will admit that the ritual part of this is a bit odd, but hopefully it will work. I will go over by the bed. I still have the journal, so I'll open that up, and I'll say the first part of this requires me to cradle you.
She looks at you for a moment, and then she, with great effort, actually, let's see if she can do it. Yeah, with great effort, you can see her body shaking as if she's flexing all of her muscles, trying to hold the position. She begins lifting her back up off the bed, sort of sitting up in an L shape. But she only makes it about 45-degree angle and is holding herself. You'll need to hold her quickly or she'll fall back down.
I reach in and grab her.
Okay. As you reach in, you feel her body is very warm. It's emanating. There's sweat all over her nightgown. So she's soaked in sweat, and you bring her up to you, and you get a closer look at her face, and you see that, you know, her nose is running, and there's a lot of boogers. It's kind of this sweat flowing down the top to her upper lip, and it's sort of dripping with runny nose. And her eyes are sunken in. She almost looks a little disoriented. Her hair is matted from the sweat as well.
All right. I take her into a cradled position, start rocking her, look down at the notes provided, and I'll motion for, I guess, Varel or somebody to be ready with the broth. And I will say, oh boy, Bo, you didn't make this easy. Coop so sklowuk si floptet show.
Wow.
Coop so bliss so supuk washed so. Coop so thilak akin ka flamithlil. Tut peflol thom PM. And then motion for the broth.
All right. What are you doing with the broth? You've got a big thing of broth in your hand with 2 oven mitts.
Do I dump it on her?
No,
probably saying that to you.
To drink. Does anybody have a cup or a spoon or anything? A ladle?
Wait a minute. Let me see the passage again, Walnut says.
All right, I hand him the passage.
look here. And he lifts up the book and he points to a picture that's on there. And you can see it's not very well detailed, but, it's a picture of someone pouring the broth while two are being held. But the drops appear to bounce off the sick person's nose. And Walnut looks and he says, I think maybe you are supposed to throw it on them. That might be it.
All right, Varel, like in the picture, this needs to go around to the whole place. Don't throw it at her.
And I will lift the soup above the bed, and with grace, I will pour it onto her nose.
All right. The soup begins splashing out, and little bits of noodles and celery and chicken land on her face, mixed with her runny nose, and drip down her face. As the magic takes hold, you begin to see her eyes glow blue, like a white ice blue, for the briefest of seconds, and then she coughs. And it's one cough, and a giant cloud of black smoke shoots out of her mouth and then floats above her head for the briefest of seconds, and then it too turns white blue, like it's being charged with electricity, and then dissipates into nothingness.
Did it work?
I think so. I feel like a great weight has been lifted from my lungs. She relaxes in your arm again and falls back. Oh, thank you. She looks into your eyes.
I prestidigitate the soup away.
Just as you... Okay, I need an initiative roll, please.
Oh no,
That's
why?
gonna be your action.
Oh no, it's not good.
What's your roll?
8.
Okay, just as you're about to... you have a thought in your mind that enters, prestidigitate. Just as you have that thought, she also has a thought, and she grabs your head with shocking strength. She is a warrior after all. And leans up and kisses you.
Whoa! That escalated quickly.
And
Stanley!
Are you doing anything? Are you rejecting this at all?
No, I'm not gonna like push away thankful, healthy.
Okay, if you don't do anything, her kiss is an invasion. She has taken over the control of this embrace and is just... You are now in the land of France. Like,
Stanley!
It's and there's runny nose and
So
soup, and it doesn't matter. She's still kissing you, and it doesn't matter.
So wait, this escalated into a makeout. This wasn't just like a thank you kiss. This is a makeout kiss.
Kind of.
There's some kind of passion that's filled her loins that is absolutely breathtaking.
All right, we'll start gently pulling away. Not like a throw her away or anything like that, but
Grapple
just
contest?
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm a weak elf man.
Okay, well, you can use dexterity.
I
or
got a
strength
natural
for grapple.
20.
No, let him do it. Yeah, let him have it.
Get it?
All right, you break off the kiss, but because it's natural 20, it isn't a matter of how fast and how crazy it looks. You do it with elegance and style. You break off the kiss, and a long, stringy piece of booger connects from one mouth to the other.
Wow.
As you pull away.
That's hot.
But
Thanks, Bo. Thanks for my amazing romantic moment in D&D.
Yeah.
and you pull away, and she looks at you, and there's lust, and her eyes are the eyes of a conqueror almost. It's an intense look she gives you as you pull away. You're thinking about the booger, but she clearly isn't. Maybe there's some delirium involved. She's, you can't explain what's going on, but you pull away.
My soup is shaking with rage.
You pull away and you lie her back down, and she accepts your control this time. Sort of how you slip away, lie her back down. It's almost as if she regains her composure, and she closes her eyes and puts her head back down. And Walnut speaks up and says, the Knight Commander should probably rest now, I'm thinking.
Yes, sure. I'm gonna pick a little piece of chicken and a little piece of celery off her face gently and do a double prestidigitate. Just clean everything that's going on up right now.
All right, you clean everything that's going on. In the moments you tenderly remove chicken and celery from her cheekbones, she falls asleep.
Okay.
Nash is going to raise his hand and say, I vote Stanley to administer this medicine to everyone who needs it.
I will absolutely not be administering this to you, Nash, especially if this is the expected reaction. And Varel, what are you mad about?
Stanley, you have compromised our way home for another one of your loinful lustings.
I didn't know she was going to kiss me, Varel.
Everywhere we go, things are made more complicated by you.
Oh, man.
I can't help it. It happens. Look, let's get everybody all cured. Who's next? Walnut, why don't you test it on Nash? See if you can do one.
Oh, I don't want to do it. No, thank you. You did a great job on the Knight Commander.
Maybe
I don't want to do it.
Maybe my reaction won't be the same as that lady's. Maybe I'll,
Better not. I will turn you into something unnatural if you try.
I'll try. I'll do my best. I can't promise anything. This is all new to me.
All right, Nash, come here.
All right. I will saunter over to Stanley and get into best position for him to cradle me.
Should we leave? Should we do this in the Knight Commander's room? Should we not be in here? We probably shouldn't be.
Oh yeah,
that's
good point.
Your choice. It's not my choice.
That's a pretty good point.
All right, we'll leave. We'll let her rest.
All right, as the procession begins exiting and making their way out, you hear Stanley from the bed.
Oh no. All right, I turn around. I go back.
All right. As you go back, you feel something vibrate in your cloak. Wait, do you have a cloak? You don't have a cloak. In your rambunctious bunch jacket.
I'm not wearing the rambunctious bunch clothes.
Oh, which clothes?
I'm wearing fine clothes and leather armor right now.
All right, so back to the cloak. Something's vibrating on you.
Okay. Oh, the stone thing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hold on to that for a moment. She called me. I'll go to the bed first.
Mm-hmm. You go to the bed. Her eyes open, but they're not really open, but she reaches out a hand trying to find yours.
All right, I take her hand.
And then she's pulling now on your hand for you to come in.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I kneel beside the bed.
She whispers in your ear and she says, "Stay with me. I'll cure you."
What is she talking about?
Hold me now.
She raises up her voice a bit. Walnut, have the lizard gentleman make you a bowl and leave it on the table. And then all of you get out.
All right. And I'll turn about face and start leaving. Stanley, you let us know if you need anything.
Okay, so Walnut approaches you, Varel, and says, do you have a bowl?
I've got the pot.
I'm going to go get a bowl then. Oh, it's just going to be a few minutes. And then Walnut patter off in his robes towards the kitchen.
I'm standing at the edge of the bed.
Nothing happens in the interim. He will come back within a minute with a bowl going, wait, I've got the bowl. Can you
I'm
lower
just-
the pot so I can
Just
put
looking
the
sheepishly at Varel at the moment. I'm sure
Mr.
he's eyeing me angrily.
Mr. Varel, can you lower the pot? for me,
Sure,
please.
Walnut. I will lower this pot. And maintaining eye contact with Stanley, I bend over slightly.
Okay, you take the Walnut fills the bowl and places it on, and then he turns to you, Varel. He says, "We should go. The Knight Commander's in an angry mood. I don't want to be here."
Oh, she's in a mood, all right. Let this be your last one, Stanley. I have no more interruptions on my quest.
Varel, I am simply seeing to the care of everybody. I need to be cured as well. Might I remind you, I am also sick.
And we all clench our buttocks with you.
It's not
Is
that-
someone else out there going to be able to go around curing people? Varel, can you handle it? Can you take care of this?
You'll be occupied, surely. As you were in the slave quarters and with your water girl. Yes, very good. We'll see you later, Stanley. You're not the only person in this tower who has plans. And I leave.
Amazing.
All right. Elantris looks at you and says, "Close the door. They forgot."
Oh, my lord.
All right, I go close the door.
All right, you go close the door. And as you go close the door, she sits up in her nightgown and moves the covers over and motions for you to sit on the bed.
All right, I do.
All right, so you sit on the bed, and then she takes her hands and sort of pushes you down so that she can hold you in a cradle-y position.
Okay.
She reaches over for the bowl off the table and then begins caressing you, rocking you back and forth. And the bowl's pretty full, so a little of it spills on your sleeve and onto the bed. And she begins saying, "Coop, so schlauwak si thopletet show. Coop, so bliss, so supuk washed so. Coop, so thlak akin sath limethlil. Tut pethlal thumpim."
Oh, she says
And
it a
then
lot better than I do.
And then she pours the broth onto your face, just dumps it right on your face. Gets all over the place, gets on the bed, but you feel like almost like a snake is rising up out of your esophagus, and it chokes you. You can't breathe for a brief second, and then you expel a black cloud, and it turns into electricity and dissipates. And then as it dissipates, her face comes through the mist and begins kissing you passionately, pushing your body down and settling on top of you.
Oh, so it's not the stuff, it's her. Sorry, table talk.
And so, if we're going to sexy time, is that cool? You stopping that or no?
No, Stanley will go along with it.
Oh, my lord.
Stanley will go along with it. He's got to do what he's got to do.
Like
For the
sometimes,
betterment of the group.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta take care of your people by taking care of yourself.
All right.
All right, so for the rest of the party, when you exited the room, did you stand outside the door or did you walk away and be about your business?
I stood outside the door.
Me too. I'm going to wait out there.
Oh no!
So there's thick stone walls, and sound doesn't carry that well through closed doors. However, through the closed door, you can start to hear.
Ear.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. It's like a hotel.
So that's happening.
Okay.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I'll say, Varel, I think Stanley's sheathing the old sword, if you know what I'm saying.
He planned this from the beginning, I tell you. From the second he got in this tower, he knew this was another one of his opportunities to spread his seed. He threw away our way home for this. This Triumph of humps.
Like herd of cattle, triumph of humps. All right. Well, I'll say, now hold on. We don't know that. For all we know, she overpowered him in there and just is having her way. I don't know.
Well, we should save him then from himself.
Well, your call. Do you want to bust in there, or do we wait until this ends?
We should heal the people, and then we can deal with Stanley.
All right, well, let's go heal, and then we can come back when he's done.
Okay. So who would you like to start by healing?
Are we best to do ourselves because can't really help other people unless we're good?
It's up to you.
I'll say, Varel, we may want to get us taken care of first so that we can best administer it to the others.
All right, so into the tender arms of Walnut we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got another copy of the words. Do you need the words, Pharrell?
Walnut, embrace me.
What?
But I will not fall under this spell when it is over. I will stand true.
No, I can't really. I'm scared, Pharrell. I haven't accomplished. I haven't passed the cloth yet.
Walnut, there's a time for everyone in this world to stand tall and believe in themselves. And today is your day.
It is?
Yes. I have spared your life for now. Perform the ritual.
Wait, you spared my life?
Walnut, don't overthink it. Perform the ritual.
Who am I performing it on?
Me.
Can you put the broth down?
Fine.
Okay.
The broth is down.
How do you want to do this? He kneels, like, just in the hallway here?
Wherever is good. I do not require a bed like some.
Yells it.
Okay. Well, lie down in front of me.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hands around you. Who's gonna pour the broth?
Nash.
I'll do it.
Trust you with that broth.
Yeah, I'll do it. I got this.
I need a strength check, please.
For me?
It's a giant cauldron of broth.
All right.
It's not a little pot. It's one of them honking ones that they make, to serve a whole mess of people.
All right. It is going to be... Oh, we'll see. A 17?
Okay. So you pick up the broth, and it's heavy. It's like 80 pounds of liquid in this giant pot. It's huge.
Okay.
So you lift it up. Your arms are spread out super wide. So one of the things you notice is that you don't know if you have the strength of control like Varel does to be able to pour from this large of a pot.
All right. So the pouring's the tricky part.
So it'll be an ability check to pour.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Well, we haven't got there yet. I'm
Oh.
I'm warning you in advance.
Okay.
So you can think about this.
Okay. All right.
You're good.
I'll say, Varel, I got this, but I don't know how this is going to go with the pour. I'll do my best.
Walnut, you may begin.
Okay. It begins rocking you, but it wouldn't be a gentle rock. It would be a very bad rock that's kind of violent and sudden and jarring, but I don't know that Varel cares that much.
Probably
Does
not.
he notice or no?
I'm not sure I've ever been rocked.
Okay. Yeah, it isn't. If Kyle, you would know this was a bad rocking, but Varel, I guess, doesn't, right? He's just being shaken back and forth. Although you're not being moved that much because Walnut, you're very big and Walnut's very small. Yeah. So, yeah, it probably works out. It actually feels gentle. And he begins saying the words, Coop sho shlolwok si thalupatit show. Coop so bles so supak wash so coop so thlakin sa tlemethil tut pethflal thumb peen. You're up, Nash.
Oh, all right.
Saying the words. You got to do the pour.
I'm doing the pour, and I will try to not make a giant mess as I tip it and pour
All
it.
right, sleight of hand check as you try to just pour just the right amount onto the nose of Varel.
All right. I don't have a great bonus. I have no bonus. 14?
Well, you make a grand. You bite your lip.
Yeah.
And you try to tip it. You realize with your wrists alone, you're going to break them. So you got to use a bit of your foot. So now you lift your foot up, and you're standing on one foot, and you're tipping the bottom back for more control. and you sort of push it over, and you're able to get all on Varel. You didn't get a little bit. You got a huge splash on Varel, so he's covered. But you didn't drop it or waste any.
Okay.
And then a whole bunch also slopped down the side and onto the floor.
Okay.
Varel, nothing happens for a moment, and you fear that this little child has shown how worthless he truly is. But then after a moment, you feel something snake up your throat, and you can't breathe for a few moments. Panic sets in, and you clutch at your neck. Or maybe you don't, since you're a tough guy. But eventually the cloud exhales from your mouth, turns into white-blue lightning, and then dissipates. Poof. You are cured of the disease. Constitution saving throw, please, for Nash and Hope.
Do you have
And for Wall.
like a hardcore desire to hump Walnut now, or are you good?
Is that out of game?
Table talk. Natural 20. Woo!
Nice. 23.
Okay, no new symptoms for you guys.
Oh, good.
It appears you've been cured, Varel, and you feel lighter.
Walnut, you magnificent child. Well done.
Well, I can't believe I did it. I really did like a blessing. I cured something.
You did. Now let us get to the rest
I've
of
done
it.
anything. I can't believe it. I feel amazing. Like, is this what it feels like when the great high priest Buntar Thrun provides blessings to all the new Euphemian worshippers? This is amazing. Oh, I can't tell you. I just have this feeling like a great weight's been lifted. You know, I've been in the White Tower for 5 years, and it really feels like serving is just kind of this endless repeating cycle of things that happen. And then all of a sudden we're under attack, and then you come along and you say you believe in me and my ability to give a blessing, and then I blessed you, and it's cured. I saw the smoke come out of your mouth and then turn into electricity. I never thought I'd see anything that crazy. It's been an eventful year. Is this what it's going to be like all the time? Is like a Euphemian high priest? I think I could do this every day, you know? Like, that wasn't that bad. I think if I went around and I provided blessings to people every day, then the glory of his light was going to be amazing. And here I was wallowing in this tower for years, filled with self-doubt, trying to learn the lessons that my teachers imparted to me. And maybe that's the lesson I was supposed to learn all along. Was to wait, I'm speaking. Was to you know, I lost my train of thought.
Walnut, shush, you're good.
Yes.
You're good.
I'm afraid your repetition is not at an end, though. You must perform it on the rest of the tower.
Yeah, your job now. I thought
Now
you were
embrace my friend Nash here and heal him.
I thought you were brave now, Walnut. You got this.
Oh, I didn't know I'd have to do it more than once.
Well, no, but you're all excited now. You're brave about it. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm next. I won't bite. Let's do it.
I don't know, you guys. Maybe someone else should do it.
Are you
Walnut?
What?
You little dumbass.
Look, I got excited because I did the one thing. Just ignore me. I'm not that good.
You were
I
bathing in the light of your Euphemian glory, and now you give up.
All right, a persuasion roll, please.
11.
Well, it's not that I gave up. It's just, what if the second one I do isn't as good as the first one I did? And then Nash is going to feel like maybe I like you more than I like him, and there's going to be all kinds of complications.
No, it won't matter
if
to me
I don't
at all.
provide the same level of quality as I did on the first one.
Trust me, I don't care at all. You're fine. If you do it worse, I don't care. As long as I'm cured, I'll harbor no feelings.
Well, that's just it. I might not cure you.
Well, that's okay. Just give it your best shot.
Okay.
If you can't do it, there's enough stew for Elle to do a second run.
You promise if it doesn't work, you won't be mad at me.
I promise.
Okay. Then kneel.
Okay.
Or lie down, I mean.
I'll lie down. I'll lie in his arms.
Okay. All right, come here. Varel or Hope, can you get some broth ready? All right, so
I'm ready.
He holds you in your arms, and through the haze of your illness, Nash, you can see him. You don't like this point of view, because when you look up at him, all you see these two giant portals under his eyes, his nostrils. You notice that they're larger than most people's nostrils.
Okay.
They're really big.
All right.
They're also fairly hairy from this point of view.
Okay.
As you sort of look up at him, it's making you uncomfortable. Can you make a comfort saving throw, please?
A comfort saving throw?
Yep.
All right. 4.
This is making you very uncomfortable.
I will close my one good eye then and not look at it anymore and just bear it.
Are you comfortable, Nash?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hurry up.
Deception check, please.
Oh, jeez. 19.
All right, your lie worked. He clears his throat. All right, here we go. Second time's a charm. This time I'll do it for sure. Right? Just like the first one.
Yeah, I was going to say, you already did it right for sure. Just do it again.
Okay. Euphemius, help me. Coop so shlok wuk sai thaluktet show. Coop so bliss so supuk washed su. Coop so thilak akin sathlil mathlil. Tut pleth flal thom peem. And the last peem he spits in your face unintentionally.
Okay.
You get a shower of spit as he says the last verse, and then you feel like there's a snake crawling up your throat.
Wait, what about stew?
You suffocate. Oh yeah, shit. There's no stew. But then you realize
I'm right on it. I'm right on it.
It's just your heartburn, and it was not the cure. And you burp up a little bit of like green liquid fluid.
Gross. All right.
All right, you ready, Pharrell?
I'm on it. I dumped that stew.
All right. How much do you dump? Just a bowl's worth, or do you do extra to Nash?
No. The huge amount.
Yeah, you don't have animosity with Nash. If it would be Stanley, he'd pour it all on him.
Yeah.
All right, you pour the usual amount, and Nash, you're covered in hot soup. Your face is scalding, but you feel the snake crawling up your esophagus and the choking, and then you expel out black cloud that lights up white and blue with electricity, and then zaps into mist and is gone. And you're cured.
I'll go, thanks, Walnut. By the way, say it, don't spray it. I want the news, not the weather. And I'll get up.
What? Did I not do it good?
No, you spit in my face on the final peen word or whatever it was. So just,
yeah, but you didn't want any weather.
No, I that's the point. Don't spit on me.
I'm not sure what weather is unless you mean...
It's an old phrase, and it's an old phrase from where I come from. It meant that you say it, don't spray. It means don't spit when you're talking, and then when you clarify even further, you say, I want the news, not the weather, meaning I want your words, not the freaking rain.
I have heard of the first one, just not the second one. Okay, so I saw the cloud come out of your throat.
Yeah, that was good. You did a good job there.
So you're cured.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Awesome.
Goodbye. Assuming I'm still very annoyed with him.
I don't know. I don't think Nash liked my blessing, Varel.
No, your blessing was fine. I'm cured. It's all good.
You must have confidence in your blessings, for they continue. Hope.
But I changed your mood. You were very enthusiastic, and now you're...
No, I'm still pretty stoked. No, I'm still stoked. It's fine. It's really fine. You did a good job.
It'd mean a lot to me if you said something nice. about what I did.
Walnut, you are really
Just
great at your blessing, and yeah, you're real good at it. You cured me. Good job. That's pretty nice.
insight. Oops, sorry. Roll. I don't. Okay, I believe you.
Thank you. Now, go do more.
Wow, I did it twice, Varel.
Prepare for a third.
Already? I was gonna go take a break. How about I take a break, and then when I come back, I can do a third.
Is this some sort of spell-like situation, Nash?
I think I don't know. I think he needs to do it again now. Like he needs to not put this off.
Do you require a rest of no more or less than 8 hours, child?
I wasn't thinking of 8 hours. I was thinking of just like, 15. A 15-minute break.
Oh, minutes, 15. Not hours.
Oh.
10.
What?
Do it. If you do 10, we'll give you 10 minutes.
Are you really going to keep track of 5 minutes?
Yes. Every minute counts. There's people dying in this place.
Yeah, but I'm not good at this stuff.
No, you just did 2 of them. You just did 2 of them flawlessly. What do you mean you're not good?
But I get anxious.
Well, that's clear.
I'm anxious that Euphemius will find out that I'm no good and I don't belong here.
Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Walnut. Just, if you don't do anything, he's really going to be mad at you. If you at least try, that's something.
It's forbidden to do shots while you're a priest of Euphemius.
Nash speaks true. The longer you wait, the more your anxiety will grow. Do you think I overthought my actions when I jumped in the maw of a great beast?
The answer is no.
You jumped in the great... What beast?
The frog-hemoth.
He doesn't know about our stories. It's true, though.
You jumped into the mouth of a frog-hemoth?
Well, I was carried, but I was attempting to carve my way in and otherwise. But once inside, I embraced it and rode down the gullet with haste.
Wow. What happened after that?
More. But that's why you don't think. You do. Actions, Walnut.
All right, you're clearly trying to inspire this guy, so let's... A persuasion or an applicable skill that I can't see that might be better, like performance for bolstering someone's, confidence.
I mean, they're all butts on the barbarian, so let's do intimidate.
Okay.
Or else 8.
Yeah, but it didn't work. He looks at you and he goes, I don't know. What was the original thing that you said? I got so caught up in the other thing.
Don't think about it, just do?
Don't think about it, just do. He goes, we're told to think a lot here. Most of my time is spent studying, and when I'm not studying, I'm contemplating the teachings of Euphemius. Don't think is something I was told not to do.
You were told not to don't think?
Well, I was told to use my head.
Well, that's telling you to think, then.
Yeah.
You said you were told not to not think.
Right. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so a shorter way of saying that is you're supposed to think for yourself. So now, think. What's the best thing to do? What's the way for Walnut to become a hero? I know. Save everybody in this damn building. With a great blessing, because you already did 2.
Persuasion or performance roll as you choose to bolster Walnut's confidence.
Hold on. I forgot to check my persuasion. Oh, geez. Then that is a 23.
You're right. I'm not going to be a hero sitting here just worrying about whether something's going to fail or not. I just have to do it and not think about it.
Exactly.
The way you explained it, Nash, really made sense. The way Varel did not make any sense to me, but the way you said it, it was very sense-making. I just need to do it.
Walnut. To work, Walnut.
Okay, come here, Hope. I'm gonna cue the shit out of you.
Hope's still in the library.
I'm still in the library. What?
She's still in.
You never came back up?
Oh yeah, she's not up here. Right?
Wait, did she?
Yeah,
not?
she stayed down there. She stayed down there because she was afraid the cure hadn't been found.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
the name was different.
Yeah, I forgot about
That's
that.
right. I forgot about that detail. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with you.
I mean, we could say by this point, Hope's found her way back up after.
no. If you
Look,
stay
it-
down
well,
there,
it's
you're
left
still
in
down
library.
there. We're just seconds after last week's episode. So, what would you be doing down there? As an hour of soup making did go by.
So the crazy guy mentioned someone named Denise, and then there were some other rooms and books to look through. So she'd just be still looking, and then if she didn't find anything, she'd head back up.
Okay, perfect. So you're still down there looking then. That would take time. Okay. Where's Hope? Your friend.
She's
The one
dead.
that the Knight Commander doesn't really like that much.
Wait, why doesn't she like her very much?
Because she's got horns. They're all like this, Nash.
Oh yeah. Well, don't worry about that. Just
I mean, she's a tiefling. They descended from demons. You don't see many of them.
Oh,
Worshipping
what was your father? Hmm? What was your father? Walnut.
yeah. Well,
He's a man.
A man. Okay, what did he do?
He worked in chimney cleaning in Sigil.
Oh, Walnut descended from chimney sweepers. He'll never amount to more than that.
See.
Destined to clean chimneys for all days, eh, Walnut?
Now you understand, Walnut. He's saying the opposite is true because you can do more. Just to clarify that, I don't want you to be confused.
No, usually families send their most worthless child off to the priesthood.
Oh.
My brother Bill, he's a successful construction worker. He makes houses.
Billy.
He owns his own bit of crew.
This seems to have backfired. Well, heal other people, Walnut.
Okay, where is Hope though? Where'd she go?
Hope
If she's bad, if she's making troubles, we should tell the Knight Commander.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
You're supposed to keep an eye on her.
No, who cares? It doesn't
The Knight
matter.
Commander trusted you.
No, it doesn't matter, Walnut. It doesn't matter where Hope is. We gotta go fix people, and we'll get to Hope eventually.
Right, I gotta be a hero.
Right.
Okay, yeah, let's get back to the important thing. Okay. And he takes off down the hallway
Good
without
lord.
the broth.
what? Well, this entire tower, Nash, is made of the most useless siblings in the multiverse.
I mean, it feels that way sometimes. Yes. I don't know what's going on.
They made a warrior's order out of the most despicable, lowest birth humans they could find.
Yeah.
Varel,
Walnut.
I need some broth.
Fine, I follow.
All right, so Walnut is now going to spend the next little bit of time curing. Are you going to stay with them to deliver the broth?
Yep, I'll broth it up.
Okay. So, getting everyone cured, probably looking at a full day's work. Maybe not 8 hours, but you got to go through all the floors, clear all the rooms, see who's still living. You're looking at a full 8. You good with that?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Nash, are
Yeah.
you going along with that, or you?
Yeah, I'll go
Now
along
that you're
with that.
cured, okay, you're gonna keep them company. Are
Yeah.
any of you going to participate in healing? You're going to make Walnut
Walmart?
do all of them.
Make Walmart do it. I mean, I will. Do we have smaller containers for the soup? We could split up and have smaller bowls of it and take it with us, and I guess we have to find that out.
I mean, you don't know that information.
I'm gonna try to find out that information. So that's what Nash wants to do. He wants to go see if we can get smaller vessels so that we can take we can get more done with more of us.
All right, you
By
turn
splitting
around and go to walk towards the kitchen, and you notice a tall man with a mustache was standing right behind you the whole time.
Oh, okay. I'll say,
What?
oh, hey, we need more bowls.
Oh, sure. Let me go get your bowls.
Okay, thank
What
you.
else can I get when I'm in the kitchen?
That's it, really. I think that's it. It's just some bowls.
Good idea.
Oh, and some.
Why didn't I
Wait,
speak up?
hold on. A ladle, some kind of ladles, maybe 2 of them.
Okay. Why didn't I speak up when we were in the Night Commanders?
I don't know. You're weird, but thank you for your help now.
All right. So he goes off and comes back shortly with some ladles and bowls.
Okay. Then I'll take those and split the stuff up and suggest to us that we should go in 2s. I guess we only have 3 of us, though, right?
There's only 2 of you.
Oh, there's only 2.
The
Wait.
Night Commander, Elantris, and Stanley are doing.
Right, but we have,
this.
we got Walnut, me, and Varel, right?
Oh yeah, there's 3. Yes. Sorry, I was
Okay.
only counting PCs.
So
NPCs' lives matter too, Bo.
they do
Jeez.
matter. NPCs don't. They can't figure it out on their own. All right, so I'm gonna say we'll split up. I'll take him with me,
Mm-hmm.
and then Varel. We need Varel. We need someone. I guess it doesn't matter if just one person does this, right?
I mean, if one of you guys want to learn how to do the incantation, you can speed up the work.
Varel, I'm not great with the reading. This is a gnarly thing to read. I don't think I can do it.
But you do all the other things with words that turn to magical.
Yeah, but they're not hard. These are hard. I don't know this language.
You make up a different one every time you cast anything.
Right,
How
but-
can this be different?
But these are going to sound bad, and I'm afraid it'll twist the curse lifting into something it's not supposed to be and hurt somebody. I'll do it, but I'm nervous because of that, just so you know. This could be a problem.
Well, Stanley abandoned his god, apparently, and he has no trouble.
Is he done yet? Or is he
I
still
haven't
in
been
there
listening.
waxing the dolphin or whatever he's doing in there?
The what?
It's an old euphemism from the Solar Mines, never mind. So,
Listen.
where's the door where they're at?
Well, it's back in the officers' quarters, but yeah,
I wanna,
Fine.
can we,
you're far from it now.
oh, all right. I want to go.
Not that far. You
I-
can walk over.
I want to go pound on the door and say, Stanley, finish up, bud.
Okay, you pound on the door. Stanley, can I get you to make a perception check at disadvantage, please?
Oh, sure.
A little preoccupied.
You said perception?
Mm-hmm. At disadvantage.
It's a 20.
What?
Okay.
I have a plus 11 to perception, so the lowest was a
Okay.
9.
Headphones off, everyone except for Stanley.
Okay.
Okay, so you alone hear the knocking. Elantris doesn't. You're in the throes of passion. Just your perception's so good you can hear it anyways. Do
Alright.
you ignore it or no?
Nah, I ignore it.
Okay. Headphones back
Oh.
on, everyone?
I just made the motion. Nobody can see me.
Yeah.
It's really useful to go, oh, headphones on.
Headphone. All right. Varel, I don't know if he sees us or not. Oh, there we go. Eyes coming up.
No, not yet. Varel, you there?
No. All right. I'm just going to keep doing this. So, Nash,
Yeah.
oh, there we go. All right. So, Nash, you knock on the door and nothing happens.
Okay.
You just hear,
Great. I'm
Perfect.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go, damn it! He doesn't hear me. Is the door open? Like unlocked?
are you going to try the door?
Yeah. I want to bang it down. I want to pop it open and just go,
You're
Stanley!
gonna bang it as hard as you can?
Yeah. Is it open? Is it unlocked? Because if it's already unlocked, I'll just open it.
Actually, I forgot. There's 2 guards outside the door.
Oh.
So they let you knock on the door, but they're looking at you.
Let me in, I'll say to them.
Can't.
Why?
Under orders from the Night Commander. She'll say who comes through and who doesn't. Sorry, I forgot about the knights. I really wanted you to open the door. You still can if you want.
Am I there?
Yes.
Did you follow Nash?
Did you follow me?
I probably stuck with Walnut to start
You guys are
administering.
still curing. So what started as Nash inquiring about how to make the thing faster has now turned into him making it take longer because he's left the group.
I want to get Stanley out here to help us, or else we're gonna F this up.
Oh, excuse me.
Now I'm with I'm with Varel now on this because he's just dinking around. He's getting his
Look, if I go out there and I catch a fish for you, you're not going to learn anything. You're just going to have a fish. It's time to go learn to fish.
Sorry, you can't hear Nash.
No, that was me talking to
That's
Scott.
table talk.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to. I'll ask nicely one more time and say, please let us in. It's important. The lives of people, including your fellow guards, are at stake. I need Stanley out here.
Persuasion roll, please.
Okay. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. That's a good bonus. A 22. I have +8 to persuasion.
One of the guards, you can see his chest, his chest plate mails just move up. That's in a big sigh. You're really going to make me go in there and interrupt the Knight Commander?
No, I'll do it. I'll save you from the pain of it. I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
That's just as bad.
Why?
Because we're the ones charged to watch the door. We're going to have to explain why we let a half-naked madman into the room.
All right, you can do it. But tell them I'm the reason so you don't get in trouble. I'm happy to take the heat on that.
The only reason I'm doing this is because you make a good point about getting the cure going around, and he knocks on the door. There's no answer, so he knocks again. You hear a voice. What is it? I'm sorry, Knight Commander. The bandage man is here, and he says that Stanley's needed to do curing throughout the tower. And a voice comes out and says, "Tell that bandage man that Walnut is plenty of assistance, and to quit wasting our time."
I will lean toward the door and go, Stanley! Enough! We need you out here.
Stanley, you can respond or choose not to respond.
I think Stanley is as into things as he might be, does recognize that, especially if Nash is banging on the door saying he needs help, that he might be needed. And he would probably look down at the
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, he's coming and knocking at the door. Friggin' Nash ruins everything.
I'm ruining I'm already ruining the mood, so you gotta
Nash
calm
is
now.
the worst. All right, yeah.
You go to move up, but then you feel kissing on your neck and a hand on your member. And you hear a voice in your ear saying, "Walnut can take care of curing the tower. Leave your crazy friend alone. Is there any way to turn him off?"
I don't doubt that he could, but it will work faster if more people help. I feel like I need to go out there and at least see what's going on.
She squeezes your member and says, "I'm the Knight Commander here. I give the orders."
Ugh, she's gross.
She kisses you. She's very,
Gross.
aggressive from personality. Last chance. Stanley.
Nash, why can't you take care of it?
Because I can't read, and you know that. I'll have a terrible time with these words, and if I end up cursing people instead of curing them, what am I going to say? Oh, sorry about that. My friend's getting his doodle whacked in the other room. He couldn't come do it.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you can't read?
I
You
can't-
talk about books all the time. You talk about stupid vampire books and all sorts of crap that you read in the Solar Mines.
It's not that. This is a language I don't understand and can't pronounce. I say the words wrong.
It's phonetic. Just read it as it appears. Nash, if I come out there, I'm going to turn you into something and throw you out a window.
Well, okay, fine, but remember this. Have you ever heard of any situation where people were trying to help other people that were dying desperately, and one of them couldn't help because he was doing it with the freaking Knight Commander? This is a terrible excuse.
This situation right now.
Fine, and I'll storm out of there. And I'll give it a shot.
And as you walk off, the knights call after you. They go, "Thank you for including us in that."
I'll turn around and say, "Wait a minute, you two need curing, right?"
We do, yeah.
Oh, well then,
Perhaps in the amount of time you've spent trying to cock block your friend, you could have just cured us.
all right, come lay down. Let's do this.
So you don't have any broth with you.
I don't even have. Hold on, I'm checking Slack. Do I even have the thing? Do I have the?
You haven't taken any broth with you.
Oh.
Go get some bowls of broth and come cure us.
All right, fine, and I'll storm out of there.
All will be forgiven if you do that, okay?
These
All
are
right.
the most sex-positive paladins in the history of ever.
All right, I will go. Get some soup. Bring it back.
All right. So, Varel, Nash returns.
Have you retrieved Stanley?
No, he is. I'm starting to swing over to your neighborhood here. He's not doing anything to help. He says he won't come out. He's making us do it. He thinks I can read this, even though I've got genuine fears about messing these up and cursing people. He doesn't want to come out because he's, getting his doodle done. So it's you and I. It's me and you. It's the two guys that can't read shit out of other people's books. So we're doing
All right.
it.
I will stand watch while you perform your ritual, and if they turn into an abomination, I will slay them.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get the soup, and we have soup out there. We have the broth with us.
Are you bringing Varel back with you, or just
Yeah,
getting two
I'm
bowls of soup?
bringing Varel back. We're just gonna two-man this. Screw
Walnut
freaking.
looks to you and says, "Wait, what am I going to use?"
You know what,
Walnut.
Walnut? Just hang out with us. Just watch us.
No,
Oh.
we'll create a line, 2 lines. I'll stand in between both, and I will dump soup on one then the other.
Oh, I like it. Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Hey
good.
Nash, I've already cured 5 people now.
Okay, well done. Good job there, Walnut. Come with us. Let's do these guards. And then maybe by then Stanley will be done.
Wait, no, I'm continuing along here. Women and children first, not the guards.
Wait, are there women and children here?
Well, there are women here.
Well, then why did you say
I
children?
said women and children, but I actually meant to say civilians first.
Oh, all right.
The clergy and the priests are considered civilians.
Okay, well,
There's no children here.
then let's do our plan, but just do it in here, and we'll tell them to come to us. We don't have to come to them.
Everyone's very sick and can't walk around. I'm going to each of the rooms. That's how we have to do it.
Fine, you two can read at the same time, and you can practice, and we'll make a rhyme out of it. We'll put it to a tune. It'll be fine, Walnut.
Okay, let's do that. At the same time, Nash?
Yeah.
All right, let's go see your knights.
All right.
But then we have to go back to doing women and children. I mean civilians.
Yeah, civilians. I mean. Okay, fine.
All right, so Varel, Nash, and Walnut make their way back to outside of Knight Commander Elantris's room, and the 2 knights, put their swords down, or their halberds, put them down, chink, and they go, "All right," and one of them lies down. All right, then. I'm ready. How do we do this, Nash?
Okay, well, I don't have the words, so who has them?
They're in. Sorry, they're in the Discord. If you need to read them, I put
Are
them
they?
in there.
I don't have them yet.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm looking in our thing. I don't see it.
In the Discord chat.
Oh,
Does
Discord.
everyone
I
want
thought
to?
you said. Sorry, I thought you meant Slack. My bad.
Slack cord.
I have to copy it now. Okay. All right, hold on, everybody. I have to do this a little different the way I have Discord set up. Okay, so
I copied them into Slack if it's easier.
I'm good. I got it. Okay, here we go.
Wait, Nash, are we doing it at the same time?
No,
Both nights at the same time? That's what you said in the other room. Did you change the plans?
no. Let me try one first, and then we'll see if I don't screw this up. All right, I'll do my best. You watch
All
me
right,
very closely.
Make sure you're rocking him.
Okay, here
you
I'm
gotta
rocking
rock
him.
him.
Somebody be rocking the guy, and I'll
This
go.
is quite nice. Thank you. So
I'll say,
I like the motion.
do you want to stay sick, or do you want me to cure you?
Cure me, please.
All right, shut up. Here goes, and I'll go. Coop so sklowuck see throupit show. Coop so bliss so puck washed so sue. Coops so theac akin cac themilil tut pet theol thom peem.
It's time, Burrell.
I soup him.
All right.
All right, you pour the soup onto his face. It splashes down. You get little particulate on you, Nash. And then he withers in his armored suit. And then through the helmet, a black cloud of smoke appears and then turns into white-blue bits of lightning and goes...
It worked.
Disappears into mist.
It worked.
Well done, Nash.
Okay, and then we'll. Do you want us to do more of these, or are you going to say that we did more of these, or how are you doing it?
Yeah, we're not going to act out the whole tower.
Okay.
But that's what I was trying to do. The time passes, but then you felt compelled to go get Stanley. It was like an hour ago. At that point, I was like, okay, time passes, and then you're like, wait 1 second.
I'm annoyed with him. I want him to get out.
But it was all worth it and all great.
All right.
So let's say that time passes. You're going to spend the next 8 hours going throughout the tower, delivering cures, and meeting all the people of the tower. In the meantime, Stanley is alone with Elantris and Hope. Where is she? Who knows? We'll find out after the break.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see what happened to Hope, or what's going on with Hope. All right, we're taking a 5-minute break. Everybody go do your thing. We'll be back in a few moments. I'm also back.
Well, hello.
Hello. All right. We watch for those who return. My wife brought me some sort of chicken.
Did she pour it from a broth onto your face?
No, but it's got some kind of broth in it. I know. Creepy.
She's trying to cure you.
Yep.
She heard that dry cough from earlier.
She's a good, if you're going to be stuck in a place for a long period of time and you need to eat well, she's a good get stuck in a place with somebody person.
Yeah.
Because she makes really good stuff out of just about anything. She's kind of killing it right now. It's very good.
So quarantine life, pretty okay for you.
For so far, it's not that bad. I can still get all my work done. And I'm eating okay. You know, outside threats notwithstanding. I don't like not seeing my kids. I hate that.
Yeah.
I would like that part to go away. But I do see them in their little Animal Crossing town, so that's fun. Doing a bunch of
That's
that.
pretty
go.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
My kids were raised
Hello,
on
everyone.
it. They love
Hi.
it. Oh, hi, Bo.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna start this up. Okay, we're back here for part 2 of the
All
thing.
right.
So let's do it.
And Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, you go ahead.
I couldn't even wait for you to say we're back. I'm like blah 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 blah.
You're all good.
With that said, headphones off, everyone, but Hope.
Oh man.
All right, Hope. You spent some time in the basement instead of coming up to the main floors of the White Tower. So you're still in that gothic, dark library you're only able to see with your dark vision. What would you be doing down here when you saw the back of Varel finally leave and you were alone and not missed?
She'd go back to the journals specifically. Writings from that battle that was mentioned, trying to keep eyes open for other cures to things just in case what they found wasn't it.
Okay, investigation roll, please.
$15.
Okay, so you continue searching through the journals section of the library. You flip through them, and a lot of them, the first book that you flip through, you read with great attention, but you started quickly flipping through pages looking for anything that was relevant to the search query that you mentioned, whether it heals cures or had anything to do with any great wars. Most of the accounting are the day-to-day accountings of the inventory and the happenings with the different paladins and priests that are in there. You go through 1, 2, 3, 4 journals, and most of these attendants seems to be priests who attend to the management of the tower, not so much guarding it, and to the people of the tower. It's very pedestrian stuff. People going through traumatic issues of faith. I mean, the most common one topic is Euphemius in these journals, and the trials of the knights to find their faith and then to center their power so that they're able to gain access to the blessings of Euphemius to empower their fighting ability and their ability to heal. So it's all very, if that's the subject you're looking for, faith, then there's lots of material here, but very little about wars or about plagues or things of that nature. The passage you found seems to have been an exception in this tower's history.
Okay, and then after that, she'll kind of start wondering about the gods, since clearly here's a tower built to a god. So then she'll start wondering if maybe there's a book that has a hierarchy of deities. Maybe the principal's part of one of them.
Okay.
Kotobal Praith, even.
Sure. So you're looking for a book about religion?
Yeah.
About the gods. Okay. So
Yeah.
Another investigation check, please.
8.
So you realize you're in the wrong section, so you go looking for a section that would contain a book that would include a wider knowledge of the pantheon of gods. Unfortunately, you're not able to find such a section. The sections you do find are either concerned, there's you do find a history, a war history section, and you do find books on warfare, but nothing. If it's a religious book, it's usually about Euphemius and about the light.
Okay, then in that case, she'll be done, and she'll head up and see if what they found was the cure.
Okay, so during this time that you would have spent searching and we're sort of up to game time, you're still down there. This would just be at the beginning of the hour when upstairs they're finding the cure. They're giving the cure to various people. The room sort of darkens and reddens a bit. Remember, there's a few braziers glowing, but you notice that the lights become diminished. And you hear a whisper in your head. And it says, "You had everything." And this voice is similar to the voice that you heard upstairs before the pandemic broke out.
Hope we'll just stay quiet. Let it talk again.
Does the cat have your tongue? I say again, you had everything.
I wasn't going to let it kill my friends.
All you had to do was wait for them all to die. And then we could meet.
I couldn't do that.
Do you think the enchantment that allows you to parade around this place as though you belong will last forever?
Nothing does.
You will be revealed as the traitor when the spell is finished. You should find me before that happens. General Carthax does not welcome guests into his host.
How would I even find you?
Oh. You want to find me? You need to find the fist. Where is it?
In a box.
Find the box. Open the box. And I will reveal myself to you. I am no simple demon. I know great power. And I know someone hungry for great power when I see one. Power so great, the heavens and hells have met at this point in the Outlands to battle over who will be the final victor here and now at this very moment. That power could be yours.
But it wouldn't even matter. If they did find the cure, I'm dead.
So discouraged. Admit to your mistake. Tell them you were an unwitting host of a disease and grovel for your life. Beg for it. Tell them it's worthless. The Euphemian followers love nothing more than a repentant sinner. Be their pet project. Get close to the fist. When you have it in your hands, we will meet.
We'll see.
You're my only hope. Hope. Is there anything else you want to do before I full headphones on?
No, that's it.
That's it. All right. You gonna stay downstairs, or you gonna go upstairs? The rest of the party might be pretty
Actually,
busy.
would demons fall under religion?
No, they're a kind of being in the cosmos. I mean, you might find mention of them for sure in holy texts and religious texts.
Okay, before one final check, she's gonna look for books on demons, if there are named ones, like Carthax, learning about him.
Okay.
and other powerful demons.
Investigation roll, please.
16.
Okay. You do another perusal of the various subjects. In the war category, you notice that one of the bookshelves is locked behind a gate. And within that, behind that gate, you see various tomes, most of them unmarked, but you do see something that says compendium on the side, and you wonder.
Jeez. Can Hope take her gun and shoot the lock?
Okay. Investigation roll, please. Or, yeah, investigation for the door, yeah.
Okay, it looks like that's going to be a 13.
Okay, so it's not a door, but a gate. You know, there's bars over top of this bookshelf. You don't see anywhere where a key would go in.
Oh, so maybe there's a lever or button somewhere?
It's a portcullis, basically, right? It looks to you, into your eye, like it looks like it's probably dropped from the top and then down into the ground. Perhaps there's a mechanism somewhere.
Okay, Hope will look around for a mechanism.
Okay. Another investigation roll, please.
4.
You don't find one. You look everywhere, nothing jumps out at you. It's not plain in view. It's either somewhere hidden, perhaps it's behind magic. You don't know. The answer is not obvious.
Okay. And then, okay, I just thought of another one. While everyone's getting cured up there, Euphemian law. Apparently, there are a lot of books about that. Getting out of the death penalty given by a knight commander.
Sure. Make another investigation roll, please.
A 10.
All right. So you, again, peruse around the various categories. Something instinctual registers with you that, you know, this wouldn't be a war, or maybe it would be a war thing. Is that what you're thinking? Maybe there's a treatment for war criminals, or for a procession when judgment is happening. There's got to be a book of law, wartime law, something. Those connections are firing in your head as you look around on the bookshelf, things that are not locked. And then you do see what appears to be a law text. You just see the sword. It's just a book with a sword on it, and it says Executus on the cover, and something about it strikes you as interesting. So you pick up this book and flip open, and the cover of the book is essentially, you know, the laws and judgment of Euphemius is what it's called. And you begin flipping through the book, and you see that it is a treatise by an old knight commander of the White Tower, who has applied his thinking on how to apply Euphemian law to those that are accused, with a capital A. One particular passage, as you flip through the book, is that when one is accused of a death penalty, there are various ways that you can argue your way out of. You see here the death penalty. The options are as follows. One is to surrender your worship of all other gods and worship Euphemius and repent. And you do this by ripping off all of your clothes and items onto the ground and begging Euphemius for his forgiveness and for his light. The list ends there.
God damn it. Hope will roll her eyes and then slowly start ascending.
Okay, perfect. And as you ascend, you do come across a black cloud. The black clouds are still present. They didn't seem to affect you as you got near them, but there's a black cloud on the way up through to the tower.
Before going in, she'll put her hand on the wall, take a deep breath, and then just walk through.
Okay. And as you walk through, you pass through without incident. So are you heading to rejoin the party, or are you going somewhere else?
Nope, just heading to rejoin the party.
Okay, let's have... Oh. You look
No,
lost.
good. Heading to the... Yeah, I'm just imagining all the different ways it could go. Back to the party.
We back?
We're all back.
Okay. I came back too soon at one point. I thought I saw you do the headphone motion, and I was wrong.
did, but it continued on, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're all
I came
coming
back, and the first thing I heard was, before everyone comes back, I thought, oh, I'm
Well, I don't know where Kyle is, but if Vorel can make his way back, I can continue on, because we're going to let everyone keep their headphones on, but John, Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
So while the rest of the tower is busy doing whatever it's doing, you, for a moment, find yourself staring up at the ceiling, your legs as heavy as logs. You don't know how many hours have gone by, in a wet, damp bed, lying, face up, and next to you is Elantris, who's also lying face up, and you're both breathing, sort of catching your breath.
Gross.
And just
faces.
enjoying the moment.
Wet, damp
Elantris
bed?
turns
Did you
to
say
you.
his bed was wet and damp?
Yeah, it's full of sweat. There's a sick person sleeping in there.
Gross. All right, go ahead. Gross.
And so I need you to roll a sexuality roll or sexual performance roll, please.
What's the modifier for that?
Just use performance.
Okay. Let's see.
No pressure, John.
It's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, all right.
Not bad. Woo.
She looks over to you and she says, "I shouldn't have done that."
Oh man, the regrets immediately.
And she reads your face and she looks to you. She puts a hand on your chest and she says, "Don't take that the wrong way. I just mean that I'm the Knight Commander. I probably should have thrown my armor on and go boost morale."
Well, as one of the few people who had successfully performed this, I probably should have done the same. But
Stanley, I've been fascinated with you, driven mad since you've come here. I don't know what any of this means. I haven't lain with another and I can't remember. It might even have been 2 decades. And she closes her eyes and leans back and looks really comfortable and really satisfied. Tell me, Stanley. Please assure me this wasn't a mistake. You are here to help reinforce the tower, yes?
I am. It wasn't the reason that we may have come here initially, but for whatever reason, I find myself drawn to the cause.
Well, I asked for your aid, and you gave it to us. And now I must ask it again.
What is it that you need?
No jokes about it being a third time, not second. Okay. Well, it's what we all should want. That plague was unlike anything that nature could have formed on its own. It was vile, filled with curses. Someone brought that in. I shudder to think it was one of my own. It could not be possible. I don't believe you had anything to do with this, Stanley. But if you know who did, you must do what is right. Someone tried to commit genocide in this and put an end to all that is good. The artifact we hold is an artifact of immeasurable evil, and it cannot fall into the hands of the enemy today. But if someone in this tower brought that curse in, we must know who it is and fix it. Could it be one of your men, Stanley?
I mean, I'll tell you, I have my suspicions, of course. It was news to me that Hope had spoken with demons prior to making her way into the tower. But I can tell you, I can assure you, that nobody in this tower would be cured right now if it wasn't for her efforts to save you. We would all be dead. Myself, you, everybody. It would be an empty tower without her help. So if she was the cause, it was unwitting. And her actions saved everybody today. Well.
Okay. Deception roll? Oh, sorry, not finished. Can't see, sorry.
Is that? I mean, I don't mind deception. I got a good skill, but that's the truth.
You're sure she didn't do it? Like Stanley's sure she didn't do it?
He's not saying she didn't do it. He's saying that nobody would be alive and this wouldn't be cured if it wasn't for her.
You are right about that. Okay, so then not deception. I need a persuasion roll. You can make it with advantage because she still has afterglow.
The old afterglow advantage.
Wow.
She has bias.
Right. Okay, let's see. That's going to be a 31.
I just wanted to see how high we can get it today. All right. All right, you roll. And, I mean, you don't roll. You say the words that you say, and you vouch for Hope's goodness in a way, indirectly. But, you know, make that an example in your argument. And it doesn't help her face look any happier or more relieved. She looks even more confused and concerned, and she says, "Then that means it's one of ours. This shouldn't be possible. If someone had ill intent, the tower would know and extricate that person. You see? When a guest visits, we perhaps don't know their heart, at least in detail. We have magic that helps protect us from those who would wish us harm and wish any good person of good harm. So if there's no one of an evil bent within the tower, then who brought this amongst us? I fear I shall never sleep again."
We may not know who as in an individual, but we know who wants in the tower. We know who wants the fist. It is the demons. And this plot has failed.
It was very close. We lost a dozen of our knights.
I will help you in any way I can to uncover how this happened, but I stand by what I said. If it was Hope, if she did unknowingly bring this disease here, you may have strict law, but my faith is in people, and her actions say that that merits that faith.
She looks and heeds your words. You have a sense that she isn't being, dismissive, or right now in your eyes, she isn't a knight commander. She's a Elantris. You see her for her vulnerability and for her just humanness. When they're in those suits of armor, they're very intimidating. But she just seems like another person to you, and your read on her is that she is strongly considering your counsel. And she nods and she says, well, then we have... One thing is clear to me, that this is no longer a safe place. There is some kind of a vulnerability, and I don't want to wait around for it to get exploited again. So we're going to have to move the fist.
And that jogs Stanley's brain, and he kind of holds up his hand and reaches over the side of the bed and fumbles around for his cloak, and he pulls out the sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
I may have an answer to that, maybe, hopefully. And I lift up the sending stone, and I do what Hope showed me to do. I press it in the way and hold it up and listen.
Are you listening privately, or are you listening for both parties? Like a place where everyone can hear?
If it plays loud enough and she can hear it, that's fine. We've been honest about our initial intent when we came here.
All right. Press the message, and it lights up and vibrates, and you hear wind. Right then, I'm Captain Walsh, and I've been sent out on behalf of our mutual acquaintance as the first transport appears to have gone missing. As you know, the package is of great import, and I will be taking over Captain Miart's responsibility from here on. I shall be launching this evening and should be within the vicinity of the White Tower noon tomorrow. Have your exit plan prepared. We won't be waiting long. We do not want to incur the wrath of the demonic horde below. And the message ends. Now, with the sending stone, you can send a message back, but it's a once per day limit to send a message.
Does it have to be right away, or am I able to send it after a delay?
Really? You want to have a scheduled post, a scheduled message?
Well, I'm just curious if it's something like I would be able to have discussions with Elantris, with my allies before saying, either, hey, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you don't have to send the message now. You can choose when to send the message.
Okay. Yeah, I'll I lower it and look at her.
What? She has this sort of very confused but intense look on her face, and she's like, package.
Well, when you tried us, I told you then that our original intent had been to take the fist. That we were going to take it for a criminal, a dragon who had hired us to steal it. And this was our way out. We came in an airship. That's how we got down into the tower. The plan was for the airship to return. We were going to teleport back out of the tower and then float up to the airship and take off with it. This does provide an opportunity for us to get the fist away from here, but I certainly don't want to return it to the hands of criminals.
She looks bowled over right now. Are you suggesting that I trust a now confessed criminal?
She already knew this, right? We told her this.
She appears to have had her doubts.
Oh, okay.
As to... You confess your criminal intention to me, but you save us. And now that you ask that we use these resources, these impure, sinful resources, to save the fist?
If you have alternative ideas, alternative means, I'm all ears for it. But right now, we have a means to get the fist from the tower. I can even leave you with the key, as was originally planned, so that should something go wrong and someone else gets it, they don't have the means with which to unlock it.
Your heart is pure, Stanley. This I know. I don't know how you get mixed up in such sinful circumstance.
Well, I got a bit of a knack for finding it or it finding me.
You'll have to swear an oath to me if we're going to continue with this plan. Before Euphemius.
Well, before we go swearing oaths, I have an oath of my own and a form that I've made to my friends. We're not from here. We're not even from Sigil originally. We're from a place called Earth. I mentioned it before. We want to get home. We need to get home. This job to steal the fist, this was our way to do so. By helping you, I closed that door for them. I don't know if you've sensed hostilities from my allies, but I have effectively doomed them by helping you. Not exactly popular at the moment. Do you have any resources you could use to help us find a way home?
There is a way. If you can help me secure the fist, we will take you to our bridge.
Your
there
bridge?
the bridge to Mount Celestia. There you will speak with the attendant and find out if they will assist you. See, we are followers of what is righteous and good, Stanley. We don't make bargains and deals when it suits us. We abide by laws. So I can't make a deal with you. But I can vouch for you. And when it comes time to meet the attendant, they will face judgment, each their own. And if it is fitting, you'll be returned to your world, and I will do everything I can to sway that decision. But I can't promise you an outcome. That's not what it means to be good. You are good because being good is what the reward for being good is. You understand? Because if you're evil, then you get other rewards. You get money, you get fame, and if you're one of these folks who have a malleable alignment to different ideologies and thoughts, then that is not good either. Am I making sense to you?
Enough, yes.
Your other partners promise and wheel and deal, and that's how they work in this world. But it is not the way of good. The way of good is to take the reward on faith. It may not come. And for those most enlightened, rewards never come.
Well, that I certainly have experience with.
Help us because the balance of creation depends on it. Everything that you know and love will be annihilated by the demons whose sole purpose is to rend every single atom until nothing exists, including themselves. They are madness from another dimension where things make no sense, and the only thing holding it together is the brothers and sisters of law and righteousness. I'm sorry, I went into a bit of a speech there. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's what I would say to my men. I realize I haven't been alone with someone speaking intimately in a very long time.
It's a very heavy burden. It's a very big thing. And it's not something to take lightly.
Then you'll do it.
I'm sorry. Just quick table moment. John is doing such a great, like, dramatic portrayal right now. It's really good, but his image is John with a can stuck to his head, and it's just killing me. It's killing me to see that. It's so funny.
Not wrong.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Continue.
Yes, I'll do it.
And we'll do it together, Stanley.
You're going to be joining us.
Yes.
Don't misunderstand. I certainly wouldn't. I find the company welcome, but wouldn't that mean both the fist and the key would be traveling together? Do you have someone here you would trust it with?
I don't think we should keep the key here either. I'm going to give the key to Walnut. And then I'm going to send Walnut. Well, it's better if I don't tell you.
Oh,
I'll send him away.
all right.
In a different direction.
Sure.
So we return with the fist to the ship of yours? On the message?
Yes, although we may want to be ready for a fight. I suspect they're going to be rather insistent that it does not go towards Mount Celestia. I think they're going to be fairly insistent it goes the other way.
So we're going to hijack the ship the moment we board it.
That would be the plan.
All right, then how many people? How are we getting back on the ship? What was your plan to leave this place?
Well, we would have to teleport out. I don't have the means to do too much of that. I know with rest, Nash and I, that can take a total of 4 people.
Okay, so you're doing a reverse teleshoot.
Yes.
Okay, and how many people can you bring? How much magic? What's the capacity? We should bring as many knights as we can with us aboard the ship.
Well, as far as the teleporting, we have enough materials between what we have and what Nash and I know to do a total of 6. As far as people going into the air, that I actually don't know the rules for reverse gravity. I would have to look at. I have 8 scrolls of it, so I'm assuming 8.
You have 8 scrolls of reverse gravity.
Yeah.
Reverse gravity is an area of effect spell.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, so probably have a couple too many. But I mean, you can never have too many gravity reversal scrolls, right? That's not a thing.
If it's just a matter of teleporting, we're limited. But if we can get a large number of people to the top of the tower, then we would be able to lift significantly more.
Actually, you have to look up the gravity spell too. I'm curious about it. Well then, before we plan anything more, Stanley, we should get your friends together and plan as a group, yes?
Yes.
But it's decided, and she gets closer to you and puts her hand in your hand, and she says, "We have to begin today with complete trust in one another. No lies, no dishonesty. I feel the good in you, but I fear that you will get tempted."
I already have been. I give her a little smile. But yes,
Wink, wink.
I'm committed to the cause. Even if it is only me making my way there, I will.
Then you will take the oath to Euphemius.
To Euphemius, I thought I was swearing an oath to you.
No, I need you to... No, okay. I'm confused here. I just need to not swear to him, but to promise to him. You understand? Just a promise to do what is right and return the fist. To Euphemius before your friends. And before all the Knights of the Order.
All right.
I'm not
I can
asking
do
you to
that.
change religions. I'm not heartless. I understand what it means to have questions and to doubt. I don't expect you to behave in a way like one of our exemplars. But a promise will have to be done.
That I can do.
Thank you. And as you say that I can do, she leans in to give you another kiss. And more good times are gonna roll if you want them to. Feels like it's gonna happen.
Third time's a charm. Woo!
Stanley will return it, but he's definitely feeling the need to get back to business at hand.
Okay, so you're gonna stop?
He's gonna return the kiss, but he's gonna do it in such a way that suggests we need to get up and get moving.
Okay. She reads your body language and also relents, and it doesn't go there. And then she turns around, stands up.
Farts?
She's fully in the nude. And she walks over to her armor and the clothes lying nearabouts and starts putting them on and starts donning her armor.
Stanley does the
will take
same.
about 10 minutes. Hey, do you guys know, because none of you are plate mail wearers, but in D&D, when you wear plate mail and you want to doff your armor, it takes a full 10 minutes.
Really?
So you can't just jump out of your armor in combat. If you're too slow and the combat sucks for plate mail wearers, it takes 10 minutes. It's in the rule book.
What does doff? What does doff mean? What does that mean?
You doff your armor when you take it off. When you take off the armor.
That's what it's called. Okay.
It's because it's all like there's clasps and straps, and it takes time to assemble, right? So, anyways,
well, Stanley gets dressed a lot quicker, so he'll get dressed and then he'll help her with hers.
Yeah,
if she's
you'll need to
willing.
help her. You'll actually need to help her to put the pieces on. Oh, that's your first activity together as a couple. That's sweet.
Oh, that's adorable.
All right. So a couple of hours have gone by. Nash and Varel and Walnut have been curing the denizens of the tower, and they're about 30% done. When finally a page walks in and goes, "Excuse me, is this for? Is this where the healing's happening, Walnut?" Yeah. Knight Commander Vane is looking for these folks here. You're here, okay? I'll tell them that you're here. Carry on. And then he walks out. And then a few moments later, Knight Commander Elentris Vane walks in with Stanley behind her. Gentlemen, Walnut, how is the curing process going? I've heard you've made great progress. A third of the tower. Good job, Walnut. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm actually doing something. And so is Nash.
Yes, so is Nash. Yeah, I'm doing something.
The Knight Commander's here.
Hi, I'm
He
Nash.
did a lot too. He helped me, and so did Varel. But mostly Nash. He gave me an inspiring speech, and then he worked through everything with me. And I think I've got the hang of it. It's been a great day. There was one person that we had to heal in particular, Sandy, Sir Sandy, and she didn't want to have the cure. She wanted to die, and we had to talk her into it. You should have heard the things that Nash said to her. It was amazing. Because she was like, "Hey, just let me die. Go heal someone that deserves it. I don't deserve it. I've been defeated by this disease, and I'm weak. And Euphemius doesn't want a knight that can't stand on her own 2 feet." And then Nash said, Listen, I didn't even have feet 2 weeks ago. And he went into this whole speech. I can't even do it justice about how he didn't have any arms and legs, but he had an eye.
While Walnut is talking, Stanley is going to lean over to the Knight Commander and just whisper, "This is who we're entrusting the key to?"
She doesn't react. She just pretends not to hear you. She just listens, and Walnut continues. Anyways, Nash, I can't believe how good you are with words. He has a really good spirit, Knight Commander. I'm hearing myself now.
Yeah, there's something weird. Sorry. I don't know what that was. Should be okay now.
Oh, the White Tower. It's echoey when it rains out. It must be raining.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. That's the weirdest bit of lore. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, write that one down. I think it sounds like it's raining. All right. Sure.
Well, it's just that the atmospheric pressure changes the size of the stones of the tower. And you might be thinking, stones don't really change shape, but we're in the Outland. It's not exactly your garden, everyday stones these things are.
Is there more healing to be done, Walnut?
Yes, there's a lot of healing. I've done about a third. Like, if there's 112 nights, but 12 of them have passed away, so 112 minus 12, that's 100. And then, well, if I did about close to 33, that's 33%, right? One person is 1%. That's easy to do. So yeah, there's still 66% left to have to heal.
Isn't there some level of exponential growth? Someone gets healed, then they can help with the healing, and so on and so on.
Oh,
Is this
that's
not
a good
the way
idea.
you were doing it? Was it just you, Varel, and Nash healing people?
Well, there's a limit on the broth, and it takes a long time to walk to the kitchen every time you need a bowl.
Why aren't we moving the broth along with the group?
We
Floor
are.
by
Varel's
floor.
holding it. Look at, he's holding it now.
I'm sure you've all done a fantastic job.
Thanks. All right, well, we should continue curing people.
Who's left?
Well, 66% of the building, friend. There's lots left. You ready to go?
I mean, yeah. Let's go. Don't call me friend.
Knight Commander speaks up and says, "Lead the way, Walnut." All right. So, as she says that, Hope... Hang on. I need perception rolls from the 3 party members, please.
Perception. Don't mind if I do.
A 22.
That would be a 16 for me.
10.
Okay. Nash and Stanley, you both sort of feel something in the air, just imperceptible, and you sort of look over your shoulder and you see Hope standing in shadows in a doorway off to the side of the hall, out of view of everyone, not making a show of being present. You both know that she's there. Hope, you're free to act if you wish.
Hope will just watch from the shadows just to see if everyone's been cured or not.
Okay.
Hope, sorry, we should have come and gotten you sooner. The cure is actually working quite well.
Hope is here. Sorry to that Walnut's voice. Hope is here. Stanley, tell her to step forward from out of the shadows.
I mean, sure, Hope. Can you, step forward?
Yeah, so it worked.
Yes, and Stanley here tells me that it was you who found the journal that made the cure possible.
Yes.
On behalf of the Obsidian White and the order posted here at the White Tower, I thank you for saving my people. And
Hope
then
will kind of squint her eyes, not
and she-
trusting this.
She takes off her. Well, she doesn't have a helmet on. Actually, her long, flowing, beautiful hair is just everywhere. But she gets on a knee and sort of takes her sword and puts it down and puts her hand on the hilt and kneels before you. And then the remaining Obsidian White members also do the same. It's up to the Stanley, Nash, and Varel if they want to kneel before you.
Stanley
Hope will
will-
look around pretty confused.
I'll kneel.
All right, Stanley kneels and Nash kneels.
I hold my soup.
Thank you, Kyle. That's perfect.
You may stand.
None of them stand.
What's going on?
Walnut looks around, sees nobody's answering. He's like, this is not a good time to ask questions. We're thanking you, and we're taking a knee in humility before you because you saved us. Thank you, Hope.
Well, Hope will take it in, but still very concerned that this could turn at any point.
Okay,
She
not
doesn't
saying
trust
anything
Pat.
else.
Nope, she'll just stay quiet after that.
And after a moment goes by, the Knight Commander gets up from kneeling, and then the rest, Walnut, the other knights that are being cured in the general vicinity, stand back or sit back up in their chairs. Well, I'm sure glad you came back, Hope. We're healing people. Your cure has really helped a lot of folks. Nash, Pharrell, you ready? We should get a move on. We want to do this before anyone dies. Still a lot of people to cure.
All right, I'll get up. Agreed. Let's
All right.
do this.
Walnut begins walking out of the room, and the Knight Commander says, "Please lead the way." And everyone is now going to spend time with this procession, walking around the tower and curing. The remaining time will be about 5 hours. Is anyone getting up to any shenanigans, or are we all giving ourselves over to this task, or being present while the task is happening?
Stanley will keep curing people. Goes along with it.
Okay. We'll speed up the process if you assist. And seeing you assist, the Knight Commander will also assist as well. It'll speed up the process, making it only take 3 hours.
It's not so bad.
So Varel, after 3 hours of standing and watching these squishy-skinned people sing to each other and cradle one another, you look down at your pot and you just see there's a little bit of broth and a piece of chicken in the pot. It's become light and empty. At the end of this, the Knight Commander gets up with the last person cured, looks to you, Stanley, and she says, "I'm returning to my quarters for rest. Tomorrow morning we will meet at dawn, and we will discuss a plan for what's next." And then she looks at you again, Stanley, and she says, "I'll be in my chambers." And she excuses herself from the room. And
Horn dog.
Two knights that are there follow. So now in the room, it's the party and Walnut and a priest they just cured who's lying in bed. Congratulations on eradicating the disease from the White Tower.
Woo!
Hey, look at us.
Yeah.
Nice. We completed a quest.
Yeah.
I'd give you XP,
Yeah.
but we're on milestones, so you get nothing.
A sense of righteousness.
Right.
That's
We
right.
get a good feeling in the pit of our stomach.
Yeah. I can feel it now.
So, Nash, I want to thank you. I don't have anything to offer you, but thank you for the gift of self-confidence. You know, when this is all done, I'm gonna head back to Sigil and go to the House of Answers, and tell them I want to be a proper father.
You're welcome, little numbnuts. I wish you the best in everything you do.
Thanks. Would you come vouch for me at the House of Answers?
If I'm still around, I'd be happy to.
You're from Sigil, right?
No. I'm from a long, far away place.
If I go to Sigil, do you have any recommendations about where I should stay?
What was that place called?
Do you have a good inn?
The Dirty Pickle, I think it was called. Is that the one? The sandy sandwich.
Which one are you trying to think
I don't remember. Something with
Do you
sandy
need help
in it.
from real help?
Was
or
there
is it-
Sandy?
The real one or the one you yelled to the drunk chick?
What did I call that one? The slippery pickle? Or what was that? What did I call that one? Slippery wiener? Or something like that?
Wow.
I don't remember.
It's like you have this limit in your imagination where if something is phallus shaped, it has to be slippery.
Wait, no, it was something like the sandy bottom or the sandy.
Are you talking about your place where Bill is?
The place that Varel sort of has. Oh no, that's back home.
yeah.
That's back home. Hold on.
Yeah, you think of the Golden Sands.
The Golden Sands is what I meant. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
but that's not Sigil. That's in Tiet Kala.
Oh, why was I thinking it was here? What was the place we stayed at last time we were there?
So you, wow, has it been that long since you've been?
It feels
to
like
Sigil?
it. I don't remember.
The soggy feather.
The
The soggy feather. Gosh dang it.
Wow.
Ugh, that's the one. I'll tell him that. The soggy feather. I recommend it. They have really good ale.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go to the Soggy Feather.
Okay.
That's great.
Well done.
Now wave him off. Get out of
Oh,
here.
yes,
See you
yes,
later.
sir. Yes, sir.
No, he doesn't need you. Goodbye, numbnuts. Just go.
But he wants to be a father, and he said going to a building would help him.
No. I think what he means is the future may hold.
I want to hear what he has to
Oh,
say.
all right.
Varel's
I'll let
he's
the
a
lizard
good man
talk.
too. He helped just as much as he did just as much work as you and I did, Dash.
I'll walk away then and let him talk.
You must
Okay.
find a strong, stock woman. It's the only way.
You mean like a strong woman like Knight Commander Elentris?
She might be available, yes. Stanley, are you done?
I'm sorry, I stopped paying attention. What?
Stanley was too busy making his own soup to join us in making ours. Find yourself a woman, Walnut. Make sure she is hearty and strong.
Wait, a woman for what?
Corn fed.
Become a father.
No, I mean it's a clerical father, not an actual daddy. When you join the religion, when you join the order of priests for Euphemius, you are not allowed to, do that thing.
What the Knight Commander did?
Oh, yeah. The Knight Commander doesn't do that thing.
Does she not? Stanley, what happened in there?
Stanley gets very quiet and looks at the wall in a way that suggests he sees something interesting on it and turns his back to everybody.
Hope finally puts the pieces together.
Stanley, what is what Varel saying true? Why
Walnut,
did you react so funny?
I need to talk to my companions. I think following your dreams, you did a fantastic job. But,
Okay.
can we have a bit of a moment, please?
Oh, you'd like some privacy?
Yes.
Sure, but before I go, can you tell me what he means by looking for a strong woman?
Well, you see, Varel, he thinks you're trying to become a dad.
Well, and you read to children to carry around the big tomes of Euphemius. I saw those books in the library, and you would need a strong woman to carry them around.
Oh. Would you like to come with me? You look like a strong woman.
I've got my own books to carry, thank you.
Okay, I'm confused. I'll let you have your moment alone. I'm gonna go continue. I'm just gonna rest. There's nothing left to cure. I was gonna go cure some more people.
No, that's great.
Imagine that. They're all cured though.
That's great. That's great,
Oh,
Wingnut.
that's so funny.
Wingnut, just go. You go rest. The rest of us will take care of our stuff, and it's good. You did a good job
You
today.
hear him laughing. He walks away as you continue talking to him. You hear him his laughter. That thing he said that was not funny, he found really funny. You're now alone with the patient.
Oh, we'll move away from the patient. It's probably not something he needs to be included in.
He's got his eyes closed. He's sleeping. You don't know if he's hearing or not, but yeah, okay. So you exit into the hallway and you hear the laughter of Walnut as it echoes down. You're
Still
alone.
going.
He's weird.
Lowborn
Yeah.
fools.
Yeah. All right, what's the plan now? We've healed
That'd be a
everybody.
great band name, by the way.
Lowborn
The
Fools.
Lowborn Fools.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Lowborn. I like that.
I was hoping that maybe I could speak to all of you for a moment, if that would be all right.
Sounds good, and I'll lean against the wall and look at him.
Well, we got a call on our sending stone. Not from the original captain. This is from a new captain. They're apparently going to be sending us a different airship. Now, I want you all to know that I'm sorry that I took the choice of what to do next away from all of you. Especially you, Varel. You're not wrong. We were at our goal, and I took it upon myself to decide to eliminate that as an option. Right now, or tomorrow, when we speak with the Knight Commander, she is going to propose that we follow through on boarding this airship, take it over by force if necessary, and take the fist where they want the fist to go. For my part, I have agreed with this plan. But I am not going to ask the three of you to endanger your lives on another whim that I didn't include you all on being a part of. I think that there may be an alternate way home. Speaking with the Knight Commander, she has suggested that there is, but it's not a guarantee. Working for the dragon is a guarantee. And I'm taking this one on faith that doing the right thing will still get us where we need to be. I have a bad habit of thinking I know better than all of you, and sometimes that may be true. But it shouldn't be assumed. So I'm asking each of you if you will accompany me on this.
Well, I've got some more information. It seems like there's another demon already in the tower or something. I hear it in my head. It told me to let everyone die and then I could take the fist, but it won't show up until we get the fist out of the box. And it said the spell that the demons cast on me, it won't last forever, so I don't know how far I'll be able to go.
Hope, everybody in this tower just kneeled down before you because you made a decision to help them. You are the person responsible for saving my life, Borel's, Nash's, and everyone here. And I've seen you do questionable things, and I've seen you do great good. You care about your people. You care about your friends. I haven't always been a good person, Hope, and I'm as shocked as anybody that I'm able to be in this tower. I don't think, even if this spell wore off, it would expel you after what you've done within it.
Hope will stay quiet. She's very touched by those words.
Nash.
I'm convinced. I'll go with you. Let's do it.
Vorel.
It seems your silver tongue has won again, Stanley. Everyone's in alliance to join the fools, an order of babies. Unfit for their own families, unfit to be chimney sweeps. These are the people that you would rather have us hunted by a criminal dragon for, and let another god into our already busy world. Oh! Such a mistake was it to ally with the Weir Lord, but surely the god of paladins is some sort of forgiving. All we need to do is set up little temples for him everywhere and thank him every single day for the food in our bellies.
We could also open the box with the fist and see what demon shows up.
I like this plan. We kill the demon, and then the paladins are like, well, we have no reason to keep the fist anymore because the demon is dead. Why don't you take it? And we hand it in to Bacho, and he's like, that took a while, but that's fine. And everything is well.
And do you think that's going to be the best plan?
It's a plan, yes.
I didn't say was it a plan. I know it's a plan. Is it the best plan, Vorel?
I do not desire to make war on the dragon that controls a door to my homeworld. We have enough external problems in the waste. These plans only invite more.
It does. And so if we betray the paladins, steal the fist...
No, we solved the paladins' problem. We've made it this deep. It'd be unfit to kill them all now that we've saved them and learned their names and had relations, some of us. Your father, Stanley.
What?
And you must do what is right for your people. We must do what is right for everyone, the most.
You technically don't know if Pharrell is right or wrong.
I mean, would the Knight Commander be into trying to see if they could kill whatever evil is in here? Assuming
Liberate
I
the
wasn't the one
tower.
that brought it?
If you're
Yes.
hearing a voice from inside the tower, that is something that the Knight Commander would be very interested in. Though, might be hard to convince her, considering she seems to be very insistent that no evil can pass into the tower. I think we bring it up to her. Find out. If there is a demon threat, we can fight it.
Seems like this place would be one of the best, the holiest of holies.
And that is your charge, Stanley. We're to solve this tower's problem, because the fist belongs to Debacho.
Well, we can find that out in the morning. And Stanley will walk away.
Where are you going?
The Knight Commander's room.
Whoa.
Okay. So Stanley walks away. You don't know where he's headed. That was just for the DM.
Stanley, where are you going?
To bed.
Okay.
So, Hope, we hunt demons again, then?
With any luck. But I mean, it seems like it could be listening to this right now. So, who knows?
Do you know its name?
No.
That served me well last time. Perhaps we can find its name and taunt it into being.
It looked like there might have been a book down in the library. It was behind a gate, though. A compendium. Maybe of demons.
Gate. Key. Well, we need a key then, Nash.
There was no key. It looked like there's maybe a lever or something, but I couldn't find any.
Lever. Would a small being of some kind be able to fit through these gates?
Possibly.
Nash. You willing to shrink me so I may proceed through this gate and retrieve the book?
Will you be able to fit if you're half your size?
Hope?
DM.
Well, would he fit through the gate if I shrunk him by half?
History check, please, Hope.
A 9.
So when you do some math in your head, you're like, he's 7 feet. So the spell usually does it by half. So probably, what's that, 3.5 feet? So 3 feet, 6 inches. You're trying to picture what he might look like. And you're like, you think there's a good probability he'd be able to squeeze if he held his breath in? But you're not 100%. You think he could fit. But you're not 100% sure.
I mean, we could go down and look at it, but I'm not quite sure.
Would the paladins be incensed if we invaded their secret library?
It seems that they get incensed over everything.
Yes. Perhaps a fool like Walnut would let us in.
We could call him, yeah? Ask.
All we need is say his name. Right. What thinks you of this plan, Nash? We summon the demon, slay it, take the fist, for it has no more use.
I mean, the part about slaying the demon is easily said, not so much done. But sure, assuming we can manage that part, sure, that's a plan. I'd sign off on that plan.
All right. Excellent. Then we should let these paladins rest if we are going to invade their world with demons.
We could also shrink.
But in the morning.
We could shrink Walnut to half.
Could shrink Walnut.
If he was willing. He's pretty small already, so he'd be pretty small.
He would likely be unsure about it. It would take more time.
Yeah, he'll want to talk a lot about it, too.
So a little DM note here. So you're talking about going into the library, which is an activity on your own, and there's some talk about tomorrow morning. Just keep in mind, it'll be a decision by committee if it's decided by everyone about what you're doing. Whereas right now, you're the only deciders of your course of action.
You mean...
That is all.
You mean everybody... You mean people besides the core group?
I mean, this is what I'm hoping you'll picture. There's a meeting tomorrow morning about what to do with the fist.
Mm-hmm.
The Knight Commander tends to be pretty bossy. So if you're like, I want to do X, and the Knight Commander decides it's a bad idea, then it's not happening.
Okay.
She might think it's a great idea. I don't know. But I felt it more important to disclose and then make the decision with the fullness of information.
So even if we rolled nat 20 plus on persuasion checks, she's probably still not going to waver, is what you're saying.
Well, it can't reduce it to that amount of simplicity. It depends what gets said, the kind of arguments that are made. You know, she's a person.
I think he's saying more that like we can go on a Harry Potter adventure now.
I'm just saying, yes. Yeah. Kyle got it.
But have the book in the morning, or we can, tell the teachers and they'll tell us Voldemort doesn't exist and we won't do anything.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't need to do the fist tonight, but that compendium could be a pretty wacky adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bo is saying, do you want to ask for forgiveness or permission?
Forgiveness.
I do too. I'd rather ask forgiveness. They say it's easier.
Yeah. And even if you don't love me anymore.
Yep.
I think permission's easier. It's just you're going to get told no most of the time.
I mean, either way,
Right.
Stanley's going to that room, and either way, he's getting a certain kind of fist tonight, but it's not the one we're looking for.
I am the keymaster.
Go,
I am
sir.
the fist keeper.
I'm all for naughty men slipping about.
What?
I just watched the Serenity, and it's got a great line in there about soon there'll be no room for naughty men like us to slip about at all, and I love that line.
Yeah, that's not exactly how you said it.
No, it's not. The context
The way
sucks.
you said it needs to be clipped and saved forever.
I might have a way to do that. Oh, Lord.
Jeez, you're killing me.
So, in the morning, then we shall decide if there's a way we can free these paladins of their fist.
But tonight, the demon.
We must have that information available so we can pose it for our conversation.
Okay. So we're getting close to wrap up time. You guys doing this now?
I mean, it's a good pause point, isn't it?
No, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, it's not, you're saying.
Yeah.
You could cliffhanger it, say, and we're about to do it. Do-do!
It's
Do
a
they
shame.
shrink down morale?
I shouldn't have said the
Nash
part about the
isn't,
show ending soon because
yeah.
we're really distracted on that subject. I mean, are you going to go? Would you like to go now, or is there more conversation to have happen here?
Hope's
going
ready
to-
to go.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. Yeah.
To the library.
Yeah, I was trying to be a pace setter. Instead, I threatened the end of the show, and it got Scott in a wild tangent. Do you want it now? How about now? You can end it in 2 minutes too. Really, the world's your oyster. Okay, so all right. Are you getting walnut? Are you enlisting walnuts or no?
Well, if we do this,
There was some mention.
if we
of
do the
walnuts.
ask permission or ask forgiveness mode and we get Walnut involved, we're risking, aren't we risking him squealing? Because his devotion isn't to us, it's to Euphemius and all these weirdos, these wackadoos. High and mighty religious wiener boys.
I mean, I guess it depends on if you want Walnut talking the whole time
Yeah.
we're down there.
Yeah, it's disadvantage to every stealth roll until he's gone.
Exactly. Everyone would know.
But it means we don't go to the conversation tomorrow morning with a start of, "You entered our most sacred of libraries to death." At least we'd hear it from Walnut, who
Yeah.
won't do anything about
I
it.
mean, you have someone they all bow down to, right? It's got to count for something.
But they
Then
tried
you
to
get,
kill
like,
us 2 days ago. Well,
Euphemian points or something.
Euphemius is fickle.
Like Chuck E. Cheese tickets. Euphemian points.
Your Euphemies?
Yeah.
Gonna cash in your
Gotta
Euphemies?
cash him in.
Femies. I love it.
Get your plastic spider ring.
Your Eufy bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I say we ask Walnut.
All right. One but only needs to call his name, Varel.
Walnut!
A voice echoes back through the hallway. What?
You're not Walnut.
No.
No, what are you shouting through the tower for?
Where does Walnut reside?
Walnut, that ass.
He just healed the entire tower, including you.
Touche.
Yeah. Good point.
The DM messed up. Well, yeah, but most of the time he's a little twep. You hear echoing back down the hallway. The hallway.
That's fine.
The holiday.
The
Where
wheels
does
are
the
coming
twerp-
off, everyone, end the show quick.
Where does the twerp reside?
He's on the fourth floor.
Thank you.
Down the stairwell and to the right. You'll find it. He never shuts up. You'll hear him talking, probably from his bedroom.
We followed the directions.
All right, so the voice that echoes through the hallway provides you with directions. You make your way to the center of the tower, descend to the fourth floor, make your way through various... There's smaller quarters here. They're no furniture. They're very stripped down and bare. Very boring. Monastic life. And you go to where described, and you're greeted by a wooden door in the stone wall.
I knock.
Hello?
Walnut.
The door opens immediately. Varel!
Yes.
Did we get everyone?
We did. We have a question for you.
Oh, good. Oh, a question for me?
Yes.
I don't really know things.
In the library, there's a gate. Why is there a gate there?
A gate? Huh? What gate?
Hope, describe this gate.
Let me just be more specific. There's lots of gates.
Hope will describe where in the library she found it.
Oh, you mean yes, it is a gate. It's blocking off our restricted tomes from the library.
We seem to have an answer to our current problem, but we require one of the restricted tomes.
That's true, but those tomes are restricted, so you can only access it with the permission of a high priest or a knight commander, or some other possible writ or exception as deemed fit by the knight commander in charge of the White Tower. Do you have a writ?
Do you have the key?
It's not locked by a key. It's locked by a lever. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Where is this lever?
What lever? Clearly lying. You auto pass your deception checks.
Walnut, greatness has been thrust upon you. You are to come with me and access this lever.
Okay, you know, I lied. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied. Euphemius. And he gets on his knees and he goes, I am so sorry, Euphemius. The light guides me. I will make it.
The only way Euphemius will forgive you for this is showing us where that lever is.
This day has asked so incredibly much of me.
And it will ask more. But you must be brave.
You're the hero.
Yes.
You saved us. I will follow you. Okay, well, it's in the library, the gate, and the lever. But you're not supposed to do this without permission. Does one of you have permission?
We have you. We don't need permission. I mean, yeah, we have permission. They said totally go for it. It's fine.
That's what they say.
Can you write roll a confusion roll, please?
A confusion roll? All right.
Yeah.
Never done this.
That was the best lie I've ever heard. We don't need permission. We have you. I mean, oops, we have permission.
All right. Please be high. Please. 18. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
He's thoroughly confused.
Good.
I should probably just go with you and not think about what you're asking me. Because I did that last time when we healed everyone in the tower and it turned out pretty good, so lead the way. Let me just put some clothes on. And he closed the door. And he opens it immediately with his
I
his
didn't
cloak
imagine
on.
him naked the whole time.
I didn't
He
describe.
might
He's
have had
just,
some little undies on.
yeah, he wasn't naked. You know, the omission part makes it sound that way. Anyways, all right, let's go. Yeah, I assume the silence means everyone's in agreement with Walnut.
Yeah.
And one by one, Nash, Varel, and Hope and Walnut descend the stairs to the library basement to find out, is it locked by a gate key or by a lever? And is this book really able to summon a demon or identify the demon voice that Hope is hearing? Where is it coming from? And was Stanley able to put out for an 8th time?
Wow.
All that and more next week on There Will Be Dungeons.
8th time. Jeez, Stan.
Con safe.
I'm kidding. Phew.
We're adding a feature to your character sheet. It's called Crooked Penis because you broke it.
Wow.
It's shaped like an L now. It's done.
Crooked penis. Excellent. Well, there you go, everybody. We are making progress. I can smell the earthy tones of the wastes already. We just got to keep moving. Keep moving. Reminder, if you like the show and you want to see it continue, you can support us over at therewillbedungeons.com. Become a Dungeons Plus member, and you can get all kinds of cool stuff. There are levels there for getting things in the mail. There are digital rewards. And the biggest, I think, is the cool Q&A monthly show that we do. You'll probably get one next week, in fact. That'll be us talking about your questions and digging
I don't
deeper.
think so. Are we here next week?
Oh, are we not? What's next week?
Aren't you in Las Vegas next week?
No. Did you?
Well, it's all canceled now.
Yeah,
Wasn't
the
there a
whole-
Vegas thing?
Oh,
But it's
right.
Yeah.
There's a thing going on.
Yeah, there's a whole world that's canceled.
This whole thing that's impacting literally the world and possibly our D&D storyline.
Yes, all of it has been canceled, including Vegas. Las Vegas itself has been canceled. Yeah, we couldn't get in there if we wanted to now. So, yes, that is no longer happening. We don't like to call it a cancellation, though. We like to call it a postponement because I feel good about the future. One day we'll be out there again. But yes, as a reminder to all of you and John, there is a bit of a thing going on right now, and so nobody's going to Vegas. So we'll be here. We're going to do an extra show, and you get it right away if you are a member of the There Will Be Dungeons Plus Club. So sign up for it today. I think that's going to do it. Another quick note, we do questions over on the site now, so all you have to do, you don't have to put your real name in, you don't even have to use a real email. You can just say stuff and hit send, and it comes right to us. You can keep using our email over there if you want, but that's just as fast or faster. So go check that out, therewillbedungeons.com.
I got one little item before we
Go.
close the show, too. Just real quick. If you're still interested in picking up There Will Be Dungeons tees, they are still available at phoenixpearltea.com.
Oh, glad you said that.
So, yeah, we're all, hard hit, especially Gwen over at the Phoenix Pearl Tea, and she's a good friend. So if you need to pick up some tea, you want to do it online, submit your orders, please. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, and if
tea's
you're
delicious.
If you're in Montana and you're near that tea shop, stop there. And
Stop there and play a board game. Actually, no, we can't say that, right?
No,
'Cause
they
you
can't.
tell-
They're closed.
You know
all
what I
that,
did?
but-
Like, I brought Ferrero Rocher in for people the other day, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm literally giving you anxiety.
Delicious chocolate.
It's a ball of anxiety.
Well, what's
A
Ferrero?
ball of delicious chocolate.
Would you call it Ferrero? What is it?
Ferrero Rocher.
I never heard of that. Is that a?
It's an expensive chocolate filled with hazelnuts and chocolate.
Wow. All right.
It's a beautiful thing. You've never had a Ferrero Rocher?
No, I don't even know what that is. Never even heard of it.
What?
Yeah. And now I'm
Are you
off.
kidding me?
I'm off the shug, so I don't even know what it tastes like.
Kristen, it exists in the States. It's like international, right? Like, you know what that is.
Yeah, I remember the commercials growing up.
It's not an American Canadian thing. This is Scott didn't know.
I didn't know. Look at me. Look at me not
about
knowing.
an important brand in the world.
Yeah. Where am I?
Scott, if it makes you feel better, I didn't know what it was.
Oh, good. Well, I do feel better now that you've said that.
But I also didn't remember that there was a big virus going on and assumed live events were still happening as planned.
Don't worry about it. I'm excited for when it's no longer a thing, so that you can be correct next time you say it. Don't worry about it.
Great.
All right. That's going to do it for everybody. For some reason, my CPU usage went up to 94%, and I don't know why. So we're going to end the show now. Thanks for all being here, and we'll be back next week because there is no Vegas, and there is only this. There will be dungeons. For me, for Kyle, for Kristen, for John, for Bo. We'll see you next time.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Need to stop making myself laugh when it's quiet time. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good.